this is an incredibly wordy problem. Number 27 talks about water that's cooling, and some of it is non-insulated like a paper cup, and this is insulated like a styrofoam cup. Here, insulated and non-insulated. What we really want to know is which has the greater change. Where do we see the greater change? Well, here you can see in this paper cup that's not insulated, you've got high amounts of change. It starts out at 60 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot, and it's trying to bottom out at 25 degrees Celsius, which is kind of like room temperature. It starts really hot, and then boom, it goes really fast. It's losing its heat very quickly, and but then once it's lost its heat, once it reaches room temperature, it just stops. There's zero change going on here. Take a look at the insulated styrofoam cup. It doesn't say insulated. It doesn't say styrofoam or paper cup. I'm just making that up because to help you visualize what's going on. In this insulated cup, you could think of it as styrofoam. It's cooling very slowly. It's not losing its heat as quickly. We've got a low amount of change going on. So the question is, do you see the greater change? Well, it depends. At the very beginning of at the experiment, the paper non-insulated cup is going to lose a lot of energy and very quickly. But later on in the experiment, that's not going to continue. I mean, this high change is not going to continue forever. Eventually, the change goes to zero. It is no longer changing. So therefore, this insulated cup still has heat to give off, and its temperature is still changing. It's a low amount of change. So the idea that we've got a greater change at the beginning over here with a non-insulated cup shifts to towards the end of the experiment. We can see that the insulated cup has the greater change. So who has the greater change? Well, it depends on when in the experiment you're asking. And answer choice D describes that really well, although in lots of words. In the intervals 0 to 10 minutes and from 10 to 20, so like at the beginning, the rates of change in temperature for the non-insulated sample are greater magnitude. So you can see here, this gray part is talking about this beginning. Whereas in the intervals from 40 to 50 and 50 to 60, that's towards the end, the rates of change in the temperature of the insulated sample are greater in magnitude. We've got big changes. We've got a low amount of change, at least some change is going on in the insulated cup, because the non-insulated cup is not getting any change at all. That's why D is the answer. A and B you've got to eliminate because it says at every 10-minute interval. Well, no, it changes between beginning and end. And if you don't recognize that, you might choose A or B. And C is just the reverse logic for what you need. Like if this whole thing were switched, then C would be right. But D is the correct answer.